Have you ever wandered into the unknown only to find yourself lost in the woods in the middle of summer? Just do the next right thing and show yourself that love is an open door. In case it wasn't clear, today's topic is on Frozen. So I'm Matt. Do you have a minute to let it go? Greetings, my Arendellian brothers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Matt's Minutes, the only show on the internet that's a little bit of a fixer-upper. You only thought we were done with Frozen puns, but you wrong. Hi, welcome to the show. So, as many of you may know, I am a huge Disney fan, both me and my wife are. Our wall behind us is actually a Disney wall full of different memorabilia. And one thing that we like to do is watch Disney movies. And one thing that I tend to notice about some is they leave me with more questions than answers. And one of those movies is Frozen 2. Now don't get me wrong, I love this movie and I could watch it over and over again. But there's one major thing in the movie that I really want to talk about because it's been bugging me. So, if you want to hear about it, keep listening to the video. If you don't want spoilers or you really don't want your experience of the movie spoiled, that's fine. Go ahead. You can watch this video later, but I'll give you a couple of seconds to click out of the video if you don't want to. Time starts now. Still with me? Good. Then let's get into it. So, in the movie, it's revealed that Anna and Elsa's parents were traveling to Atahala when their ship sank. But that never really made sense to me, and here's why. Later on in the movie, when Anna gets the stone giants to break the dam, and Elsa is no longer frozen, and she gets out of Atahala and then gets on the water horse and then rides back to Arendelle, she beats the water to Arendelle and is able to have enough time to freeze an ice wall to prevent the water from flooding the city. But how did she have time to do that? So my first guess is that the water between Arendelle and Atahala really isn't that big. But this poses some questions, because Anna and Elsa's parents left when the weather was relatively calm, as you can see in the scene in Frozen 1. But then a few seconds later, you see really tall waves hitting their ship, and that's what caused them to go down, which is then confirmed in Frozen 2. So, why did they take such a big ship, and why did they leave then? The reason this doesn't really make sense to me is because if the body of water between Arendelle and Atahala isn't that big, why not just take a smaller boat? The fact that they took a boat that I assume, even though we've never seen them in the movie, but based off the size of the ship, would have a crew, probably means they were preparing for some kind of storm. But why? I mean, surely the answers to Elsa's powers weren't that important, right? I mean, surely they could have waited a day or a week or even a month for that matter, but they took a big boat to get the answers over this small body of water. Now, another possibility for how this could all make sense could be that the water horse gets some kind of super speed when it's on the water. This would make sense given that it's a water spirit, and it would solve the whole problem. The only downside to this theory is that we never see the water horse moving that much faster than a normal horse. Every scene that it's in the movie, it's just running on the water like a normal horse would. We don't see it running very fast. So that kind of doesn't make sense either when you think about it. And that's all the time that we have for today's minute, but I could probably go on and on and on about talking about this if I needed to. What do you guys think? Am I onto something here? Is the more I talk about this, does it not really make sense? Or is there something that I missed, perhaps? Because that's a strong possibility too. Or do you think I'm just wrong? All of which are distinct possibilities. So please let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you like this video, please give it a like, really helps out the channel. We post videos every week here, so please subscribe so you're up to date on everything. Huge shout out to my great friend and editor Preston Reedy for editing this video. If you haven't already, please go check out his channel, The Preston Perspective. Thank you guys so much, and I hope your day is absolutely frozen.